but I still leave that door open. Like if I'm in that state, we can go out for drinks and have mimosas and things like that. But as soon as you say that you are a bottom, I don't know what that's all about. Like, but
Mhm.
then again, some folks, when it comes down to dating, they want to know like what's what right then and there. I feel the same way too, as well. So I'm always like very straightforward, cut and direct with it.
Well, it's good that you're actually open and honest about that. A lot of times we did a little bit of research where we saw that a lot of fathers, we talked to a lot of older gentlemen about their sons being gay, not
Mhm.
necessarily just Black men. We talked to just a few different gentlemen, and most men, even if they were okay with their son being gay, they didn't want them to be the bottom. And this was kind of shocking to us because when I asked this one older Black man, why wouldn't you want your son to be the bottom? He says, because he's the sissy. Like you said earlier, he's the weak one. He's the frail. And Black men are supposed to be looked at as strong and dominant. Now, a quick question. What How do Black women see you? Because sometimes Black men, even on that are bottoms, can sometimes, and in our community we call them sissified, or they're very
Mhm.
feminine and all this stuff. How do Black women see you? Do they just think? What do they think of you when they see you, and they see you maybe having bigger hips or a bigger butt and all these, and kind of Seshan and Shantan and all that stuff. What do you think they think?
Well, seeing that I'm in the spotlight all the time, I deal with a lot of women of color, actually.
Mm-hmm.
When I see my sisters, my Black people, my sisters and my brothers, but when I see my Black sisters out, we praise each other, we compliment each other, we tell each other how handsome, how beautiful you are. That's what we do over here. We do that. We uplift each other. It's never a competition about whose ass is bigger. Shit, I'm sorry. But that's how we work around these parts of. I don't. I mean, I can't speak for everywhere else, yeah, but I know like here, like we compliment each other, like we praise each other. We try our best to work with each other. Like I just left that business meeting, like I was interested in the African jewelry and stuff like that. So we try to work with each other, and I never had that case when it comes to um, Black women over here because we always seem to praise each other all the time. So
Now I
that
know. Now, a quick question. Now I
mhm.
know that you run into some opposition with DL
Yeah, I
men
do
and
that.
heterosexual
Yeah,
men, and how do you how do
that was the
you
one.
how do you cope with that?
You know, I'm so glad you asked that question. It's a very important question, actually. I want to say if it was like 5 years ago, I probably would be cussing them out and saying all kind of nasty things to them.
Mhm.
But being age 31, I don't have that type of energy no more. That energy left my spirit. However, I had gotten to an altercation with somebody online about Little Nas X, and I was commenting the person was being nasty to me. And then you know what I said to him? I said, "I love you, and you have a great night." Hashtag love wins. And when I tell you, when I wrote that, this man came back and inboxed me a very respectful note, and he said, "We need more people like you." So we don't have to always reply back to a negative. We can always give a positive to a negative and turn that negative into a positive, like I just did. We need more of that, and that's exactly what I did.
Wonderful.
So
Now, that's wonderful. Now, let me just ask you, now, since you mentioned it earlier, what do you think about all of this Little Nas X controversy?
I must say um, that Little Nas X is doing a wonderful job when it comes to marketing. And the reason why I say this is because Little Nas X, I've been watching him. Little Nas X and his team knows exactly what they're doing. They know how to get the people talking. So when people are sitting up over here saying negative things about him, they're still talking about him. They're still mentioning him. When people are talking positive about him, they're still talking about him. So of course they're going to drive those numbers up. So either way, he has everyone talking, and this is why he's number one. He's making it because he has homophobics talking. You have the LGBTQIA plus community talking. Everyone's talking about him, and that's what he's doing, and that's what I'm seeing.